I'm CA Anil K. Jain, author of The Development Dilemma. Today we're going to talk about a critical challenge facing our nation, the poor quality of education and how it's hampering India's economic growth. The state of Indian education. India's education system has seen massive growth since independence. We've got more schools, more colleges, and more students than ever before. In fact, our literacy rate has jumped from just 18% in 1951 to over 77% in 2021. That's a huge achievement. We have over 1.5 million schools and 4.14 crore students enrolled in higher education. Despite this progress, a major problem persists. The quality of education is lagging. Enrollment is high, but learning outcomes are poor. Reports like the Annual Status of Education Report (ASA) show that many children in grade 5 can't even read a grade 2 level textbook or do basic math. This isn't just a small issue, it's a fundamental crisis. The root causes. So why is this happening? There are several key reasons. Inadequate infrastructure. Many schools, especially in rural areas, lack basic facilities like clean toilets, safe drinking water, and proper digital tools. This affects the learning environment and student attendance. Outdated curriculum. Our curriculum often focuses on rote memorization, not on critical thinking or problem solving. This approach prepares students for exams, but not for life or the job market. Underqualified teachers. There's a severe shortage of qualified teachers, especially in rural schools. Teacher training programs are often insufficient, leaving educators unprepared for modern teaching methods. The absence of teachers is also a huge issue, with nearly 25% of teachers being absent every day in some areas. Low funding. India allocates only about 3.1% of its GDP to education, which is much lower than developed countries like the USA and Japan. This underfunding affects everything from infrastructure to teacher salaries. A system of memorization. Our education system has a rich history, from the ancient Gurukul and Buddhist systems that focused on holistic development and critical debate, to the Islamic centers of learning that brought new subjects to the subcontinent. But British rule introduced a system that favored memorization and administrative skills. Post-independence, while we have established institutions like the Indian Institutes of Technology, IITs, this emphasis on rote learning for examinations has largely continued. This exam-centric approach has created a massive coaching industry. Today, the Indian education sector is worth over $205 billion, and a huge part of this is driven by private coaching centers that prepare students for competitive exams like JEE and NEET. This shows a clear gap. Our formal schooling system isn't preparing students well enough for these high-stakes tests, forcing them to seek outside help. The impact on the economy. The result of poor quality education is a less skilled workforce. This leads to low employability, income inequality, and a huge skill gap. Indian graduates often lack the practical skills and critical thinking abilities that modern employers need. This reduces our global competitiveness and slows down our economic growth. Simply put, if our human capital isn't strong, our economy can't thrive in the long run. The way forward. To fix this, we need comprehensive reforms. We must increase the education budget. We should aim to raise public spending on education to at least 5% of our GDP. Overhaul teacher training. We need to raise the standards for teacher recruitment and provide continuous professional development. Centralized regulatory monitoring. A single robust body can help ensure uniform quality and accountability across all educational institutions. Embrace digital integration. We must equip our schools with digital tools and resources to create an interactive, engaging learning environment. Shift from rote learning to critical thinking. Our curriculum needs to be redesigned to promote creativity, problem-solving, and practical skills. The government has already set up several bodies like the Ministry of Education, UGC, CBSE, and NCERT. While they have made progress, challenges in implementation and quality disparities persist. Addressing these systemic flaws is not just about improving our schools. It's about building a stronger, more prosperous India for future generations. Thank you for watching. Do you think focusing on critical thinking over memorization is the key to unlocking India's full potential?